Well, my name is Martha Abarza with Child Family Guidance Center. We have different agencies. So the one that I work for is located here in the Antelope Valley. We have another one in Balboa. So mainly Child Family Guidance Center is a mental health clinic for children from 0 to 26 years old. So it makes sense that we're being hosted by such an amazing agency that we are the preventative side of it. Now, I do a little bit about myself. I have been doing this for 15 years. My first years with home visiting, they were with Early Head Start. But then I moved to this area. So the last 10, actually 11, I've been working in this area. Now, because of demographics, the risk factors that we deal here also impact the risk of our families, which is isolation. And when you're isolated, your mental health plays games on you. Now, we have had several clients that they have been connected or referred to DCFS. The one that you saw in the video, it was one of them. And it was one of the first cases that I work here in this area. And the first visits were devastating. You go to the home, there's a new mom with a new baby, happy, trying to figure things out. And here we are. We had a really nice first visit. The second visit, the baby was detained. And how do we work with those type of scenarios, right? And it was very difficult for mom, very difficult to the point that it's easier to give up in these situations because you see yourself very lonely. So because she still had parenting rights, we were continue to provide services, to do visits, and mom, there was something in her that I'm getting my kids back. And I remember her first goal, it was that. Because we do all the paperwork, the beautiful paperwork that we do at home visiting. Hey, let's set goals. I want my kids back. So she had, I describe home visiting like 50-50. We bring the information, we have the resources, we have the willingness to meet you wherever you are, but it's 50%. Mom had the 70% ready to go and then get her children's back. And what this job means to me, I joke around, we're not gonna be millionaires in this field, but the gratification when you see this type of families. I remember living this house like month after month after month, reminding myself, this is what I do for a living. This is the type of families that I bump into. My background is that I went to school to be a teacher. I lasted 2 years in the school system. And I'm like, no, I need to work with the parents. The children are not the problem. The parents are the ones that we need to target. So I left LAUSD back in 2010, I think. So is that part of when you continue to support somebody to believe in themselves, that's what makes me believe in this job. And that's what I've stayed so long. And yeah, Jolie in the video said something so important that she was working in all of that, but she also found her career within home visiting services, that she started working in a similar field, going back to school. Last time I saw her, she was at her new place, her children's were back. And is that part of, you had to believe in this job. That's the particular, I don't know, characteristic of home visiting, that you had to fully believe in what you're doing. You had to fully like invest yourself about, but do your self-care. I'm a big promoter of that. You support the families, but don't forget that you're also human. And at the same time, respect and hold everybody's experience. Each family have their own experience. Each family at our program, my famous quote is I get it. I don't justify it. That's what I bring to the supervision. I get it. I see based on the circumstances, but we're here to help. We're not here to judge. And yeah, it's been 15 years working in this field. So when Steve reached out, like, hey, do you guys have any story? Like, I do. And actually, she was able to, Steve interviewed her twice, and she was able to come to one of our summits, and she was part of the panel. And that's what we do in home visiting. We normalize that sometimes bad things will happen, but it's okay because we can always bounce back.